Ever more people are aligning with the shift into 5D. I'm hearing from new people daily, from the far-flung corners of the world. It's tremendously exciting. One of the key questions that comes up is, what will it be like living in 5D? My answer is you don't have to wait. Nor do you have to hope for some far-off distant dream. You don't make one giant leap into 5D consciousness, you progressively shift, living the experiences here and now, so that you begin to build a 5D landscape all around you, now, in this world. We do it in our relationships, our careers and general living circumstances. It progressively becomes your new reality. Living in two worlds. I'm constantly feeling these days like I'm living in two worlds, not one. I can feel the 5D paradigm all around me, in every movement, every thought, every breath, every synchronicity that creates the things I need. It's literally breathtaking to be an integral part of a higher consciousness flow that is speaking to you through every movement. I can feel the sanctity and rejuvenation of life there. I can see the deeper interplay that brings everything together as one. This is pure heaven. But like you, I'm still engaging in the 3D and the lower karmic consciousness. I still witness the challenges of family and those who are still working through the lower vibration. I encounter the fear, the worries and control of others, often still desperately clinging to the last straws of the old dying reality. It's sobering and it's humbling. And the risk is, the old karmic consciousness can still pull you in. And that's fine, it's necessary, until you've personally processed all your own karma. Because you can't fully ascend finally into the 5D without processing it. So let the karma pull you in, let the 4D tightness activate, but then immediately turn into it, turn to face it, don't wait or procrastinate, work right into it immediately and then process it quickly out. Try this 9-step process for healing subconscious trauma and karmic source pain. 5 classic symptoms you're living 5D consciousness. Remember, it's also a balance. Process your karma, but then as soon as you can, reattune to the lighter vibrations of the higher paradigm. Don't let yourself be sucked back into the old consciousness. Let the limiting neural pathways of the old verisms dissolve by giving them no more energy. It may help you for me to outline what many people experience when they're in 5D consciousness. It can help in your 5D empowerment living day to day. I am fortunate and blessed to be traveling around the world meeting and working with ascending people. And although everyone is unique, walking their own path through life, they'll often describe 5D experiences in similar ways. Here then are 5 classic experiences, symptoms, that people tend to have. 1. Living with synchronicity. People are witnessing synchronicity as a way of living and being. The old reality is based on a system of logic-based rules that are severely limiting and contracting. They control your consciousness. It feels like living in a box. But as you tune into synchronicity, it guides you on a different path, one that expands you, opens you up and tunes you into the wider interconnectivity of life. You feel loved, cherished and supported by a heavenly choir that's singing to you through numerology, signs and symbology, heartfelt feelings of belonging. Here's a short video on how to understand what synchronicity is telling you. 2. The expansive peace of non-attachment. You've realized that attachment to things, people and places is severely contracting and limiting. They compress you back down into the 3D box. However, to truly ascend into 5D, and stay there, is not simply to ditch your attachments like dropping the proverbial hot coals. Otherwise you simply form a subconscious identity with the heat. You have to feel into the heat of the moment, and become as one with it, so it no longer defines you. Then you find yourself naturally expanding through and out. Here's a video on expanding through subconscious attachments. 3. Miraculous manifestation. When you're living in the 5D, the resources you need will effortlessly manifest for you. But there's a big caveat. 5D consciousness is definitely not about intentionally manifesting. The purpose of the 5D paradigm is self-realization, growth of the soul, and spiritual enrichment, as a way of life. As you self-realize through any given situation, and then self-actualize, your infusing beingness of the soul draws to you exactly the resources you need by the universal law of attraction. Bear in mind this law has been much distorted here in the lower realm. Here's a perspective on allowing resources to naturally come to you. 4. Living with higher guides. There is currently a vast army of higher guides in the surrounding realms come here to support and assist in the 5D shift. They've come from different constellations such as the Pleiades, Andromeda and Arcturus, to name but a few. Many of you will have originated from these star families. It's right and fitting that each of you should have your own team of integral support to assist you on your journey. But true benevolence will only work with you if you open your heart and invite them in. And they won't always give you the immediate answer to any given situation. Instead, they'll amplify signs and synchronicity, asking you intuitive questions, spiking your consciousness to what needs to be integrated so you can figure out your own best alignment. Remember, this is all about your self-realization and sovereignty as a soul. They're there for you, always, but they're not here to spoon-feed. Check this out, connecting with your guardian angel. 5. Feeling like a misfit, a maverick, a pathfinder and wayshower. Just about everyone I come across who is on a 5D ascending path has felt like a maverick and a misfit at one time or another. You've often struggled with the rules and regulations, the limitations, of the old reality. It's often been painful feeling misunderstood, unloved, and even unworthy, as your divine gifts don't seem to have value in this old 3D world. But now, as the old reality is steadily fragmenting and breaking apart, your life and the choices you make are increasingly making sense. You're embodying light through the challenges, and increasingly people are drawn to you. They may not fully understand you, but they can see the light in your eyes and the warmth in your heart. You're finding yourself becoming the pathfinder and wayshower. Without any original intention to do so, you're naturally becoming a facilitator for the new realm. Discover more with the Open Hand Spiritual Facilitator Program. A great cosmic family. If you're starting to experience any of these 5 symptoms on a regular basis, then you're beginning to live the higher 5D paradigm here and now. And it doesn't matter a jot if you're not experiencing them all the time. That's okay. Have patience. But also be persistent. Whatever you've been doing to get you to this point has been right on. Keep going, keep exploring, keep digging, keep inquiring. Don't believe something or take on an aspect of truth just because someone tells you so, no matter how enlightened they appear to be. Keep finding your own way, attune and develop your own compass. However, do take reflections from others where they resonates in your heart. We did come here as part of a wider cosmic family, and although we're dissipated to the far-flung corners of the world, as our consciousness unfolds and expands, we're progressively reuniting with that family in the ether. Thus the new 5D paradigm increases in vibrationary strength so that more and more can feel it. These are exciting times. They're vibrant ones. The reason you came here is coming into sight now. Where previously there was confusion and separation, now there is greater clarity and unity of purpose. Our time has come. The 5D shift is in full swing.